Well, it's never used for diagnosis. 6.5 or more, 6.7 or more is supersaturation. You supersaturate it, if you're genetically predisposed and you can't excrete it, you're going to get gouty arthritis or gouty cellulitis or tendonitis. If you have gout and you take medication, you want to make sure that you're lowering it to 6 or less, which is where you'll start dissolving it. Now, when I was a room fellow, we were doing some study, and the soluble urate level on certain people could be as low as 4.3 or even less. So the distance that you need to lower the uric acid may vary from person to person. But yeah, in reality, the only time that I really care about the uric acid is in treatment. Not to validate that I'm treating them, but to know that if they're not at a certain level, that's why they're still having their attacks. But if your uric acid is 12 and you're getting an attack every day, if you lower it to 10, you're going to lessen the attacks. And if you lower it to 8, you're going to lessen the attacks more. It's not until you lower to 4 or 5 or just under 6 that you're actually going to start dissolving the excess burden of uric acid. But by dissolving it, it has to be peed out and pass through the body. And when the body sees that, it gets angry. The white cells start to get mobilized. And that's why you need the prophylaxis when you're treating those type of people. Prophylaxis meaning the concurrent use of something like colchicine or steroids or NSAIDs.
So colchicine is only used for prophylaxis? You don't?
You know, the stuff written in the Washington Manual is 100 years old, so I don't pay any attention to it at all. I personally, in 23 years, since I've left my fellowship, have never used colchicine for acute gout. I've used it for pseudo-gout. I've used it in Behçet's for ulcers. And I know, and I would be happy using it in FMF. I really avoid colchicine use. I use it very little. If colchicine were to fall off the earth tomorrow, it would not impact the treatment of gout. And especially now that generic colchicine is not available for $2 a month, and Colchris is $40 a month, I think it is insane to be ordering colchicine or Colchris when it's just not necessary. For every situation you present me, I'll be able to come up with an adequate solution without colchicine. Denise, did you learn anything today? Denise is my right hand. She's been with me forever. She always knows what I'm thinking. Well, I guess this concludes our gout lecture. And for the record, today's Philadelphia Magazine TopDoc issue, which is a supplement, I'm the only person with gout listed after their name. So while you may think those lists are nonsense, and they may be, no one else had gout listed after their name except me. And this is, I think, 9 years in a row. So I leave us with that.